Are you committing random or haphazard acts of marketing? Maybe you're guessing your next steps, hoping they work. These are all marketing planning issues. And in today's episode, I'm going to share my best marketing planning tips to help you overcome your marketing planning challenges. Hi, I am Tim Fitzpatrick with Rialto Marketing, where we believe you must remove your revenue roadblocks if you want to accelerate growth and get to where you want to go faster. And marketing shouldn't be difficult. Thanks so much for taking the time to tune in. I am excited to dig into this. Planning is like, it's my jam. So super excited to share this stuff with you. The most important thing to keep in mind with planning is keep it simple. Keep it simple. We do not want to overcomplicate it. It is so easy to overcomplicate things, but complexity is the enemy of results. Okay, you don't need to be in every marketing channel. There are so many of them now, and it is so easy to fall prey thinking I've got to be in all these places. You do not. All you need is 3 to 4 strong marketing tactics working for you that are generating leads, and you will be in extremely good shape. Think about it like this. I mean, a lot of the businesses that I come across are generating leads through one primary channel, and a lot of them are through referral. To me, that is like riding a unicycle. If that tire goes flat, you're in trouble. But if you have 3 or 4 marketing channels working, and one of those, you're riding a 3-wheeler or a 4-wheeler, and one of those tires goes flat, you're still going to get where you want to go. Not quite as fast, not quite as efficiently, but you're still going to get where you want to go. Your business is much more diverse when you're not reliant heavily on one marketing channel over another. So let's jump into these tips. I've got 8 tips for you on planning. I hope we find this helpful. First one, we got to talk about the importance of planning itself, right? The importance of having a plan. Here they are. 1, working from a plan has 3 distinct benefits, in my opinion. There are others, but I'm gonna keep this to 3. Okay, 1, helps you reduce mistakes. Okay, when you know exactly what you're gonna focus on, you can avoid things that you kind of jump into. When you jump into things in a reactionary mode, it is much, much easier to make mistakes. Second, it saves time. Okay, when you know exactly what you need to do, you're not wasting your time chasing things that don't make any sense. Okay. And the third is it provides focus and clarity. You know exactly what you need to focus on. It can help eliminate any distractions. And with marketing, there's so many distractions. There's so much noise, right? So having a plan is going to help you reduce mistakes, save time, and provide focus and clarity. That's why having a plan is so, so important. Because look, the reality is the plan you start with is not the plan you're going to end with. There is no perfect plan, but just starting with some type of plan is going to be incredibly beneficial for you. Guarantee it. All right, second thing with planning, plan in 90-day sprints. Planning in 90-day sprints keeps things simple. It helps you avoid overcomplicating things. And with planning, especially for marketing, 90 days is long enough to start to see traction, but it's short enough where you can adjust and make course corrections and just continually iterate. In my opinion, planning out a year is a waste of time. Like, far too many things change. No marketing plan that you put together for an entire year is even the same at the end of the first 90 days. So why take the time? By the way, I just finished reading a book called The 12-Week Year. Awesome planning book that really reflects some of the things that I'm sharing with you today. So if this 90-day sprint methodology really resonates with you, the 12-week year is a fantastic book to check out. Tip number 3 that I've got for you: plans should be numbers and activity based. A lot of times plans focus specifically on the numbers and they don't include a lot of the activities that need to happen to hit those numbers. And I personally, I have a huge issue with the way a lot of people set goals, right? They set, specific, measurable, time-bound goals. But the problem with goals like that is there's a lot of stuff beyond your control that can impact your ability to hit the goal. So although I think it's important to have goals like that so you have an idea of where you're headed and what you want to accomplish, I think it is far more important to have a clear understanding of what activities you need to complete that are going to help you get to those goals. And those activities should be things that you yourself can control or your team can control. Because in reality, that's the only thing that you can actually have impact on are the things that you can control. Okay, so make sure that when you put your plans together, you're including numbers with your goals, but also you outline the activities that you need to be completing throughout that plan to get where you want to go. Number 4, remember I've got 8, so we're halfway there. Do not chase trends. Okay, do what you are great at and do what you enjoy. I love shooting video, but if you don't like shooting video and I say to you, man, you've got to use video content in your marketing, you're not going to do it well. And you're going to give up at some point. You're just not going to do it consistently over time. So don't worry, but there's always a marketing trend to chase. You don't need to chase them. Do what you're good at, do what you enjoy, and just find those. Again, you don't need to be everywhere. Find those 3 to 4 marketing tactics that you enjoy, that you're going to be able to do consistently, and do them. You're far better going narrow and deep than wide and shallow with your marketing tactics. Number 5, remember this 3-step process: test, measure, learn. We are never done with our marketing efforts. It is an ongoing thing that we just do to infinity and beyond. You just never stop. But most marketing we do is not going to work. Okay, but we find the things that work by going through this exact process, by testing a hypothesis. We need to identify what we're going to measure it, and then based on the data we get back, we learn, and we just wash, rinse, repeat. We're never done testing, measuring, and learning. Super, super important, but your marketing will continually get better and better and better if you go throughout this process. Number 6, a marketing plan should focus on lead generation, conversion, and retention and referrals. Okay, those are 3 critical elements that I don't want you to overlook in your plan. So many of us default specifically to lead generation, and frankly, a lot of marketing providers, freelancers, agencies that you might reach out to focus heavily on the lead generation side. But oftentimes, the issues that people are having, they may feel like, oh my gosh, I've got to generate more leads, but it's not uncommon to be in that place, but you actually don't need to generate more leads. You're generating plenty of leads. You may need to convert better, or you may not be retaining clients as well as you should, or generating enough referrals from the clients that you have. So it's not always a lead gen issue, even though a lot of people default to lead gen initially. So don't overlook how you're converting leads and then how you're retaining clients and how you're getting referrals. Super, super important to make sure all three of those are encompassed in your plan. Number 7, we're almost there on the home stretch. Great ideas and plans are worthless unless they're implemented. Oftentimes I say, implementation and execution is where great plans go to die. Like, we have to take the action. We can't plan forever. There is no perfect plan. I would rather see you take action on a plan that is half baked than sit there and wait until you have a perfect plan. It's just not going to happen. So once you have that plan together, jump in with both feet. Taking action on it is where we're really going to learn. Okay, so your planning time is absolutely worthless unless you implement and take action. So have a bias towards action. Number 8, growth is rarely achieved by doing more. This goes back to what I brought up earlier. Like, we don't need to be everywhere with our marketing. Most people need to be doing less, narrow and deep. Okay, so cut out the stuff that doesn't matter. Growth is rarely achieved by doing more. We need to focus on less to accomplish more. So I hope you have found this helpful. If you are struggling with creating a plan, you're not sure what your next steps should be, we can absolutely help. Head on over to rialtomarketing.com, rialtomarketing.com. Book a free discovery call. I would be happy to chat with you and help you hone in on where you should be focusing right now based on where you are and where you want to get to. Now, when we work with clients, we help them remove the revenue roadblocks, and there are 9 common revenue roadblocks. If you want to discover which of the 9 are slowing down your growth, you can do that over at revenueroadblockscorecard.com. Takes less than 5 minutes to get your customized report. Well worth it. Tons of value. So go check that out. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, listen, and tune in. I appreciate you. Until next time, take care.